Hey everyone, Eldon and Lowell here with Yoder's Farm, and this is Conversations with Yoder's Farm number 4. You can check out the past ones at yodersfarm.com. So this week was pretty typical of the last several that we've had. We did a lot of the same things. That just kind of goes with the territory this time of the year. I think we said that last week, didn't we?
We did.
Okay, a lot of greenhouse work. We hauled a load of scrap metal, and we pulled off a bunch of row covers. It was getting plenty warm for the strawberries. We're trying not to push them. Talked about that last week as well.
Yes, we did.
So this week we thought we would do something a little different. Look back in the history of Yoder's Farm. We're a very hysterical farm. Historical farm.
It's hard to tell the difference sometimes between
Yeah.
historical and hysterical.
Maybe we're both. No, we're not. Anyway, February is the month that our grandparents moved into the area in 1952. So do you know how many years ago that is?
It's a lot of years.
64 years ago this month. And they left Ohio and were looking for a place to settle. Land prices were high there, and the story goes that they left in a snowstorm, arrived here. It was a beautiful spring lake, and they thought they had reached the promised land. In the years that followed, I think they realized this is not the promised land, but it is a very nice area, nice part of God's creation, and they were happy that they ended up here. Granddad tells the story of I think the night they got here, they had borrowed a little tin heater. They moved into the little block building that you drive past as you come into our store.
Probably what, 20 by 20 maybe?
Probably. They moved into this little block building. They had a borrowed tin heater stove thing. They went out into the woods with an axe and chopped some wood, and he had the fire going in there, and the dog they brought along laid down in front of the stove, and he thought, this is life. This is good. Anyway, here we are 64 years later, and very grateful for the endeavors that
they laid a really good foundation, and they got us started in a lot of things. The dairy farm was what they originally started with, and Granddaddy kind of handed that over to Dad, and he moved to the first greenhouse out here. Since then, we've added 2 more greenhouses and quit dairy farming. So,
which we'll get Dad to talk about a little bit later on in this video.
So I'm going to head out and follow Dad around as he works with some of the calves this morning. The calves are about all that's left of we're not really into dairy farming anymore, but we raise heifers for another farm. I'll let Dad talk to us about that, and then we will come back here to close the video.
Well, good morning. I'm Delvin Yoder. I'm the father figure here on the farm, and I also do quite a bit of the animal care, which is one important thing is kind of behind the scenes here on the farm. We get a lot of company here for strawberries and fall events, but day-to-day activities rotate in a large way around the Holstein heifers that we take care of. Heifer, of course, just a young female animal of the bovine species. We had milk cows here till about 5 years ago, and after agonizing over the decision for some time, we decided that with produce coming on, that we would go a different direction. Small farms have a tough time of sustaining themselves with just milk. So we sold the milk cows, and fortunately, providentially, had an opportunity to step in and begin raising young dairy replacement heifers. So what we're doing now is getting these young animals just after weaning, bringing here to our farm, and caring for them till they're about 500 or 600 pounds weight, and eventually end up back on his dairy farm and making milk for a dairy farmer. But we enjoy this part of farming. I've always liked animals. and this gives us a chance to take care of quite a number of young animals and see them grow, and also to use those empty facilities that the cows leaving left us. Well, what's involved in taking care of young dairy animals? A lot of what's involved in their care is food. Obviously, these animals, it's interesting. In the morning I step out of the house and I hear cows calling me all around the farm. Make my circuits feeding them all, and when I get back to the house all is quiet. So that's rewarding, just the stewardship angle of taking care of animals. So food is a big deal for animals, proper nutrition, timely nutrition, good clean water. Shelter's another one. We especially think about that in the wintertime. Here in the snow we had the other week. Trying to have shelter and bedding areas for all these animals is challenging, especially dry areas out of the wind if the weather's cold. The other big factor is their health. As I go about my rounds feeding the heifers, I need to be very much in tune with how they're feeling today. I'm watching how enthusiastically they come in to eat, watching for droopy ears, runny noses, and if there's any problems I see in the uniformity of the herd. If one stands out, stays out in the pasture, things like that, I go looking further. We're enjoying this. I believe these heifers are enjoying being here. It fits in well with our agritourism activities. Folks do seem to appreciate and enjoy seeing animals on the farm, and I know that for us and my parents, who were sad when the cows left after having been cows on the farm for 50+ years, they were glad to hear some bovine sounds again when the heifers came in.
We are at the end of conversations with Yoder's Farm number 4. Just want to say thank you for watching. Again, head over to yodersfarm.com for any sort of details you need to know about us. And we will see you again next week.
Thank you. How far down do you go?
Belly button.
I mean, is it really true that cameras make you look 20 pounds fatter?
Just if you're 20 pounds fatter to begin with. Oh, whoops. Breathe in, breathe out. Yoder's Farm Conversations it is.
No, we're conversing with them.
Okay, whatever.
It's just a one-way conversation.
Okay, those are the best. So, today we are not going to talk much, and then we're going to go see something else. And I'm like, blabbing on. Well, you were the one with all the ideas 5 minutes ago.
Off the top of your head.
52 to 2002 is 50. Yep,
Here, we can use our fingers.
We're farmers, not mathematicians.
February is a time that we remember. We don't really.
If we remember to remember, we remember. New details I didn't know about.
For two
tin heater? A tin heater?
For 2 hours I've been thinking about it. Just came to me. You know, they said the groundhog did not see a shadow.
What does that mean?
Early spring.
Early spring, yes.
I disagree, though, unfortunately. Would you take me or a rodent?
I'll take a rodent.
These are females, so we need to be in touch. And we'd welcome you to Yoder's Farm anytime, except weekends and holidays.
Basically, I need you to do more dumb things so I can put you in the bloopers.
Oh. I'm not into dumb things, but...